Groomsman. I'll be your host, Jonathan. Today I'm using Barbershop De Los Muertos by Murphy and McNeil. This one is in their Aeon base, which is kind of their standard line base. It's a very firm base. I think it says that on there too, or maybe it does on their website. It's very, very firm, very hard soap. There's no like indentation when you're poking with your finger, at least not on mine. Compared to the other soaps, which are a bit softer. I really like this soap. It's a pretty kind of classic cologne scent to me. The dupe or an homage to Tom Ford's For Him, I believe. Tom Ford, I'm pretty sure that's right. Tom Ford For Him. Got a lot of spice, bright citrus notes up front, lemon, bergamot. I'm forgetting some stuff. Orange. Several different citrus scents up front, and then it kind of transitions in a little bit of aromatics and basil, and some green leafy notes like orange blossom and some flowery notes. And then it transitions a little bit deeper into the base where there's like oak moss and some woody notes. I think a little bit of leather. I don't get a lot of leather in the scent. It's a really, really, like, I'm not, when I scent this, I don't pick out those kind of scents at all. It's so well blended into a nice cologne. It's fantastic. The soap is kind of low to medium scent strength. Probably maybe I would say medium, I guess. Probably a 5. It's nice, not too strong. I wish it'd be a little bit stronger. The splash and the EDP are perfect though. I got the splash a long time ago, like a mystery box, and I'm almost out. And I really liked it, and I used it with other stuff, and then I finally got the soap to match it, and then the EDP as well, which I'm running a little low, so I might have to place a new order here soon. I get a lot of compliments with this EDP. It smells so good. Classic masculine cologne. Got it all whipped up here. This is my Chisel and Hound brush. It's got some nice green, I don't know how well the camera picks that up, nice green and black, kind of swirly, sparkly kind of brush there. Anyway, I think it looks pretty cool. It's got a boti silver tip knot on there. Has some pre-shave loaded, some Noxema face wash that I had sitting on my face while I was doing the lather. And then I just added a bit of water right before I started recording. So my face was dried out. It's super soft. You can kind of tell it it leans. There's like no backbone to this at all. Which feels great on the face, a little hard to bowl lather with. And admittedly, while I do like this knot and it feels really nice, I lose hairs with it on every shave. I thought it was like a, hey, it's breaking in kind of a thing, but I've had it for a while now. And it's still like, I did this bowl lather and I think I lost like 4 hairs. So it's kind of a consistent, I usually don't shed like the whole time I'm doing a face lather or when I'm putting the lather onto my face, but when I'm making that bowl lather, which is what I normally do, I'm losing 3 or 4 hairs every time I use this brush. I keep waiting for it to stop. So far, it has not. I don't know if that's, if you would find that if you got it, if it's just this knot or if it's this kind of, this particular line, the silver tip from boti. Probably not. I mean, who knows? I have no way of knowing without buying a whole bunch of knots. It's not enough for me. It's not losing enough to really make a difference. I don't see bald spots in like the brush or anything weird. And it's really dense, so you can't tell at all, like looking at it or anything or feeling it that it's lost any hair. But I imagine if they keep shedding, eventually one day I'm going to notice. So for the razor, I got my Shield single edge AC razor here. This is the newer model. They had the original Shield AC, had like a thicker head and then the handle screwed in behind kind of where the blade was set at, which is kind of more like a lot of the AC razors. It's kind of a combination of the Colonial General AC razor, if you've ever seen that, or if you go look it up. It's kind of an interesting looking AC razor. This seems to be, and the handle seems like it was kind of designed after someone on one of my last views, or maybe on Facebook when I posted a picture of a shave with this one, commented on that, and I had never used that razor, but when I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, I see what's getting at here. So it's kind of a combination of that Colonial General and the Blackland Vector, which I get asked a lot if I like this over the Blackland Vector, and I've used the Vector, but it's been a really long time, like years. But I did buy a Vector. I haven't gotten it yet, but I just bought one. Blackland had them on sale like a pre-Black Friday sale or something. I can't remember what he was calling it, but it was like 25% off. So I got the machine stainless steel one. It was worth $165. It was a pretty good deal. This is titanium, not stainless steel, so it'll be a little lighter than that. I did polish this up. It came in a matte, like bead blasted finish, which was okay, but whatever. I had some time to kill, so I put it on I have a little polishing wheel, and ran that through yesterday, and it came out pretty well. It's not like perfect. It's not like a mirror shine or anything that you're gonna get if you look at, like, say, a timeless, but it's pretty good for, you know, something I did at home. Looks a lot nicer than it did. I got a second use Proline in here, Schick Proline. Got like 3 or 4 days grow. I can't remember which. When I first started using these AC razors, or like the Whack Med Prep, which uses like a hair shaper blade, I had a hard time just because the blade is so much wider. And that was kind of why I stopped using the Vector. When I first got it, I was pretty new to wet shaving. I can't remember how it happened on a Vector. I got it in a trade or something. And I was like, it's just too weird. I don't like it. I like regular ones. Like shorter, width, easier to maneuver on my face. And so I kind of gave up on it probably too quickly. I have high expectations for trying it again. But when I decided to revisit them, try out the Shield and use it in the Whack, I think it just takes some getting used to. I mean, I think I just gave up too early last time. It does, it's a little different maneuvering it around your face being longer. Especially around like your neck. If you gotta do weird angles like I do on your neck, sometimes it can be a little weird. It's like, the blade's kind of like an injector blade. So it's like using a really big injector. That's how they look to me. They look like really long injector blades. If you've ever used a Schick or other injector blade, a PAL or a Supply if you use the modern ones. I love the scent, by the way. I know I already said that, but it's true. One of my top 3 probably scents for like wearing as an EDP, probably this one, Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and then probably this one, Vert Instinct by Dua. This is a dupe of a Creed scent. The name is escaping me though. I got that one as a piff from Adam, one of the other groomsmen. He got it from someone else and he didn't really care for that scent. And so he sent it to me when he was sending me something else, I think. It's a total surprise. And I was like, what the heck? That was his whole EDP. And I smelled it and I love it. Fantastic. My wife loves it. I get a ton of compliments on that as well. And so I used the heck out of it. I mean, he sent me a bottle, I think it was like 75% full. It was pretty full. And then I used it all. And then I bought another bottle. This is my second bottle. And I'm already 75%. So I use that one quite often. So this one's probably number 3 as far as my favorite scents for EDPs go. I said lots of compliments. My wife loves it. My daughters love it. They're little, but I get that, ooh, you smell good, Daddy, comments. Big compliments at work. It's very smooth. I do really like this razor. It's really, like, using AC razors is really growing on me. I wish using shavettes and straights grew on me as much as using AC razors. I'm still struggling with those. I could do a pretty good with the grain pass, but I can't do against the grain on my cheeks at all with a straight razor or shavette. Like, I can't get it like wants to grab underneath the whisker and then just stop. I'm constantly like struggling busting with it. I'm also not consistent with how often I use shavettes and straights, which probably doesn't help. I can't remember if I was reading an article, if I was maybe like a comment thread or something, but somebody suggested doing, like, don't even try to do it with the grain pass with a straight razor right away. Like, it's not worth it. You're more likely to get nicks and cuts and scars and whatnot. Like, just do with the grain for 30 days. Just do it with the grain pass with a straight razor, and then finish your shave with a DE or an SC or whatever you normally use. And then after that, you can start working on doing like your neck against the grain or something. And then like you save your cheeks for last, because I guess the cheeks are the hardest part. It did make me feel a little better hearing that someone else say that cheeks are difficult to get against the grain with a straight for some reason. I did get a couple more straights randomly from like an antique store. I got like a cool Wade and Butcher. I don't have it sitting out to show you. I think I'm gonna send it out to get it honed up. Normally, Razor Emporium does like a Black Friday deal, or at least they have in years past, where they do obviously like Black Friday stuff, deals and whatnot. And normally they do a code for the restoration side of the business, or you can send in your, vintage DEs or straights, get them disassembled and cleaned and polished, and in the cases of straights, get them honed. If you need new scales, they'll make new scales. If you got a DE, a vintage Gillette, they'll take it all apart, make sure everything's working correctly and straight, maybe replace parts like little side door things or whatever on the old TTOs, and then put it all together. If you get the plating option, you get it replated and whatever, nickel, gold, platinum, whatever. So normally they send out a code in the email, so getting closer to Black Friday for that, and you can get like a pretty good deal, like 30% off or something. I don't remember what it was. It was pretty good last year. I didn't take advantage of it, I don't think. I think Scott did. But I was gonna do it this year if they still do that sale, and send a couple straight razors in. Try something else. I kind of do that 30-day. I don't know if I'll do it on camera or not when I do my shades for the channel. What do you guys think about that? Just like the front one pass with the grain, with the straight, and then two, whatever DE razor I'm using that day, or SC razor. What do you guys think? Is that something you'd be interested in seeing? Me struggle busting my way through a straight razor pass? Now, do I feel a difference with the polish? I thought about that earlier. I meant to say something and I got distracted by my own stories. Maybe a little. I know some people swear they get like a lot of drag from using like the matte finish razors, or the bead blasted razors, or whatever, satin finish, versus having a polished razor. I will admit there might be like a small difference. It's not huge, but it is there. So I imagine if there's a small difference for me, then that, you know, bell curve and all that, I imagine that there's, for some people, it's quite a large difference as far as the draggy feeling. And while I like the look of a, you know, a really, really nice polished razor, like, you know, from a company that does a really good job and charges up the wazoo for it, I don't know that I probably will pay for that. When I bought the Vector, I bought the machine version. It's cheap. The cheapest option, you're paying for those polishing services because that takes time. But I'm willing to pay for the machined, and then I don't mind sitting out in my backyard, on my porch, while my kids are playing in the yard, and I can sit there with a polishing wheel and get it all shiny. I do need to get some more polishing agents though. I only got the one, like the green, whatever level the green is. I think I need something coarser. That's what Fias was saying, to get a shinier end result. I see them be kind of like a straight, work your way from coarse to fine. I really do like this razor. I'm gonna do one little touch-up pass right here, and that's it. Other than that, it's a pretty dang good shave. So I'm gonna do that and a cold water splash, and I'll be right back for aftershave and final thoughts. All right, I'm back. Thanks for sticking with me. So the Vector was amazing. It's probably the best shave I've had in a week, honestly. I've had a couple bad shaves, a couple mediocre shaves, but this was great. This was a great shave. The result was awesome. No weep. Oh man, I said no weepers, and I got like one little weeper right there. Didn't even feel that. Other than that, other than that one little one, we're not gonna worry about that little one there. Fantastic shave, very smooth. Using the matching Barbershop De Los Muertos 2 splash. They got a whole line, 1, 2, and 3 for the Barbershop De Los Muertos line. Artwork is very cool on all of them. I do have all 3, but this is my favorite of the scent. Probably this one, and then 3. They're all different cologne dupes though. They're not the same at all. Just a little burn there. Not bad. Great shave. Oh man, that scent is so good. I think they desampled over at Murphy McNeil. I highly recommend checking this one out. Smells so great. It's a very bright scent, a very bright cologne. It's got some darker, you know, notes in the base, tobacco and oak moss and some woods and stuff like that, but it's not a woody scent. I don't know how to describe it other than say it's a cologne type scent. It's so good though. I'm gonna put on a clean shirt that's not all wet, get ready for work. Bring out some of this EDP that's fantastic. But dude, this shave is awesome. I'm excited to get the Blackbird and try that out. Probably just leave it finished. I'm not going to do anything to the finish on the Blackbird when I first get it. I'm just going to try it out as is and see how it goes. I did buy some of the feather, I'm escaping the name, the bigger feather blades. There's like the regular feather pro blades. Then there's the Super Pros or something. The blades are a little bit wider this way, so the blade sticks out a little farther, a little bit more blade reveal. I was just curious how they built, so I bought a pack of those, but we'll probably just use the standard Schick or the standard feather blades to at least start out with the Blackbird when that gets here. I'll let you guys know. I expect maybe the end of the week. I haven't got shipping yet, but I imagine they're going to ship it today, and hopefully I'll get it by the weekend there. So I'll see you then, or sooner if I shave with something else. Have a good week.